Oh god, is that my son's shoe?
I think this belongs to Callum.
You think? You're not sure? Well, I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to be looking for with the shoe. Maybe it's just showing that when I go examining things, I'll be able to look at every detail of it. So it's going to... I think it's trying to tell me, like, keep an eye on things. Examine plaque.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Well, you sound very happy today. Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations. At 11 a.m., Sideshow Alley. 1 p.m., the Octotron. 3 p.m., the park entrance. Oh wow. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Are they sure this is the kids' bathrooms?
Hello?
This way.
Read
What
handwritten
is this
note.
about?
Purchase the land on Solomon Island for pittance, I might add. For pittance, I might add. Whatever old Archie Anderson did to the locals, just a mention of his name and had people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. So I'm on a legitimate island, so it's like a tourist island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally, took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible, dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts to warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. What is that whispering? Was that the speakers?
Callum?
Over here.
Where is over here? I don't see him. Oh, I press shift and it changes between walking fast. What was that? I heard something.
Callum? Stay where you are!
Well, where is he?
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Come on, Mommy.
That didn't really help. I heard him, but I don't know where he came from. Is it trying to... Well, I guess it wants me to go on the swan ride.
Where are you?
Oh god, yeah, it wants me to go on the swan ride. First stop on the spooky horror game for the amusement park. Going in a dark tunnel on a swan. Yay. I'm gonna regret this.
Where are you? Hello?
I'm so confused. If it had got this dark and I hadn't found my son, shouldn't that guy at the beginning come have found me?
Callum? Where'd you go?
The beginning of this story is a little bit strange.
Callum, where did you go? Callum, where did you go?
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named
Oh,
Gretel.
we're doing this old
They
story.
were very poor and had very little to bite or sup.
Supper. I can't.
What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there.
What was that?
No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all four starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
Okay.
The next morning, the
It's
woodcutter
not letting me
leads
call
the
out for my
children
son.
into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house.
Okay. Why am I being told the story of Hansel and Gretel?
After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
What's going on with the water? How come I can't call out for my son?
Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely
What's that sound?
home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days.
Was that something behind me?
The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its
Gingerbread?
windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls.
I guess I'm just not looking for my son anymore.
Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman
Is this
offered
one not
them
moving?
2 enormous lollipops.
Oh,
The
there it
children
goes.
took them and began to eat.
I'm trying to see if
You
if
see,
maybe
nothing to fear here. Come inside.
maybe Calm's hiding in the
old
rocks
woman
somewhere.
urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
Why would I have got on this? Did I?
Once inside the house, the old woman changed.
Yeah, something's happening.
She stuffed Hansel into a
That was
cage
not the ride, I don't think.
and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother
Callum?
was a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he's fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat.
This doesn't seem like it would actually be
That
very
the witch
good
would eat him.
of
The witch,
a
for her part,
actual
grew
amusement
impatient.
park ride if you have to stop at
Today,
each point.
I will cook and eat
Because
your
there's
brother,
no
Gretel.
solid walls. You end
Climb
up having the
inside
echo
and light
from
the
way on
oven.
down.
But Gretel pretended
Well,
not to understand.
If it was spaced out
I
well
do
enough, it
not know
wouldn't.
how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here! And she moved to show Gretel.
Mr.
Seizing
Pie
her
Man!
courage, brave Gretel gave the
What up,
witch a
buddy?
shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
And then they ate her. Ha ha. Okay.
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets,
Oh,
they
I was just
divided up
joking.
the body of the old witch and ate her.
I was just joking. What? Why do they have, like, sharp teeth? I'm trying to find my son. I'm a mother trying to find her son. Hello? Okay. It was a great story. Thank you for the ride, Mr. Swan. Or Mrs. Swan. Can I get out now, please? 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 Oh my god. Okay, so for some reason I got to go and hear the story of Hansel and Gretel.
I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents.
Oh god, there's
I used to
actually...
imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
So there's actually a place in this called House of Horrors. Is that static again?
Wait, Callum!
I swear it's a voice saying something and I just can't make out what it is.
Callum!
What is it saying? Callum?
Callum?
Oh, come on, that was right over here. Are you up on the rocks? That's cheating, young
Where
man.
are you? Stop, Callum!
Into the Orion. Hello.
Callum, stay where you are!
Catch me, Mommy.
What? That doesn't sound like the same excited little kid it was at the beginning of the game. That sounds like a little kid... I don't know. I guess...
Where are you?
Follow the trail. Really? Really, kid?
Another accident. This
Accident.
place.
Oh, what's happening in my head?
Don't hide from me, Callum!
I don't want to open the door.
Callum, come back here right now!
Was I not supposed to do that? Oh wait, is that Mr. Bear? Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon, I will know if this has all been for nothing. Whoop. Clicked out of the game on accident. Hang on, people. Okay. Well. Is that Mr. Bear? At the beginning of the game, we were trying to find the kid's teddy bear.
Callum, where did you go?